Sometimes what your kids learn in school can fade away during these summer months. That's where Tanya McDonald with the Dallas After School Network comes in. She's here to share some ideas on keeping learning a priority. And it's way more than just sending them off with the iPad with some kind of learning game, right?
Absolutely. You know, actually every child loses academically during the summer. Research says that every child loses about 2 months of math achievement.
Really?
And our lower income children lose 3 months of reading achievement, which really sets kids back when the school year starts in the fall.
Sure, and then they have to do all that catch up.
Absolutely.
So what can we do with them aside from just sending them off with a book or a game or something?
Well, first of all, sending them off with a book would be a great thing.
I know, that's what we were just saying. It's like, I wish my kids would just like sit in the backyard under a tree and read a book.
Exactly. Unfortunately, you know, if you look at the affluent side of our community, most of those kids don't see books anymore. They see electronics, and they're not reading the way you and I probably did when we were younger. And the lower income kids in our children, in our community, they have no books at home or technology to access stories, to, you know, expand their creativity.
Yeah, engage their brain.
Exactly. So I encourage parents to really use these months, if the parents are at home, to go to summerlearning.org. There are lots of activities for parents to make learning fun. Actually, what you were doing earlier in the kitchen, I know you don't want your kids to know about the spinach and the good things, but if you can bring them into the kitchen with you and cook with you, that in itself involves math skills, reading skills, and gets them engaged.
Yeah, and teach them about nutrition and how to stay healthy and all those things.
Absolutely.
But, okay, so are there... I think moms get really overwhelmed, especially if they're not working in their home with their kids during the summer. I think sometimes we feel like, do I have to come up with something every moment to keep them engaged because they kill me?
Well, you know, that's one of the challenges with kids today. They are starting to lack that creativity because everything has been scheduled for them and presented to them. That free time sort of freaks them out. They don't know what to do with it. So, you know, it's hard for any parent, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or a working mom. Both versions present their own sets of stresses. So if you are a working parent, I would say please make sure your child is engaged in nurturing active activities that are stimulating them physically and you know, intellectually as well. And if you're going to be home with them this summer, do some research, get online. There are lots of great activities that you can do inside the home. And our community certainly doesn't lack for fabulous resources like the new Perot Museum out of fabulous institutions.
There's all sorts of learning things to do. I wonder if giving your child an incentive, you know, like pay them money to read a book. And I know there are moms out there that are going, oh, come on, give me a break. But it worked with my kids. Like to give them a goal, you know, a learning goal, whether it's read a book or do something else or learn how to do something new. You know, maybe they learn a new.
Do it with them. You know, read the book with them and then talk about the story. So not only are you getting your child to read, but you're actually getting that one-on-one time, which I know becomes more and more precious the older your child gets.
Right.
But I think for a lot of parents, it requires you sometimes adapting to their interests. So you might not want to be reading some of the things that interest them, but if you do, first of all, you're setting a great example for your kids, but then it gives you a common basis, things that you can talk about while you're driving between soccer practice.
I was just going to say that, like if you that precious time when you have them in the car and you have them as an audience to be able to discuss something with them if you're reading the same book, I think is a great idea. Thank you so much for sharing these ideas, and there's much more on the website, right?
Go to summerlearning.org and there are lots of resources for parents there.
Okay, Tanya, thank you so much for